Espero que todos estén muy, muy bien. All right. Espero que tengamos muchos testimonios
I
nuevos,
hope
muchas
we
personas
have
que
many
estén
new
listas.
testimonies today, many people that is ready to be able to share a little bit of what this has made for your life, or possibly if you have a testimonial of your business, how your business has grew, any testimonial. Remember how we do this. The first 30 minutes, we're going to do testimonials. It's been a while that we haven't done them all, but also we want to answer questions because I know possibly many people have a lot of questions, or maybe we have new people here that have questions, and that's why we're here. So raise your hand, please. Not everyone at the same time. Who has a good testimonial to share? Come on. Who? No one? No one has a testimonial for the patches doing something in their lives, improving. What changes have they seen? Okay, well, if no one has any testimonials, okay, Mireya, let's hear Mireya first. Hello, Mireya. Hello, hello, Carlos. How are you? Good afternoon. That's good. Okay, well, good afternoon, everyone. And well, I've given my testimonial of fibromyalgia, and right now I want to give other testimonials. And something that I've started to notice is that this is related to the beauty part. Let's say I was having some white hairs in my hair. I'm 58 years old, so I was starting to get those white hairs. I was like, no, I don't want to. And suddenly they stopped completely. I've been wearing the X39 for 2 months, and so they stopped. In what moment, I never knew, but then they stopped. And then people is starting to notice that my skin is looking very well, and yes, I feel like it's very, very good. Actually, I had this little mark right here because of a stress. I got herpes a few months ago, and I had this scar in my face, and it's starting to go away, and I'm happy with that. And also, it was very hard for me. At some point, I got torticolis, and it was very hard for me to spin my head to other side. And at some point, I don't know what happened. I can turn my head. If someone would call me and I would have to turn completely, now I can just spin my head, turn my head around, and I didn't even notice when. Why didn't I notice? Because honestly, I was too focused in the issue that I wanted the patches for, which is the fibromyalgia. But well, I've started to notice this. What else have I noticed? Many, many years ago, I had a pancreas surgery for a tumor in the pancreas, and they removed my gallbladder. And because of that reason, I had a weird digestion. I didn't feel bad. However, it wasn't very normal. My digestion, I was getting a little bit of diarrhea, but nothing scary. And it was normal for me already. I normalized it in my life. And now suddenly I'm like, how? So my digestion is better when I was told that all of the doctors told me that it was normal because of the situation that I had. And no, it's not normal. I mean, it's normal, but it's not natural. And today I'm super well in my digestive system. My hair, it's starting to feel like thicker, like more weight, like heavier. That's what I've been feeling about my hair. And surely there are more things that are going to keep on happening to me. I'm very happy, and I'm still very good with the fibromyalgia. Of course, today, five things that are the strongest of the fibromyalgia, which is pain. They're completely under control. Insomnia, perfectly fine. I sleep very well. The tiredness, impressive tiredness, it's gone. And also combined with I'm sure I also had them because of my stage in life, which because I was postmenopausal, well, all of that went away. And also with that, we know that this can affect also mentally and emotionally because there's like a mental fog, like this weird sensation that you don't feel like you don't make the great decisions. You don't feel with that mental clarity, that focus. Well, right now I feel enough clarity, focus, this mental fog is gone, and my emotions are super good. I feel super good. I'm like, really, am I gonna feel like this every day? This happy? And yes, well, those are some of the changes that I've started to notice because surely I have more that I hadn't noticed yet. And in another moment, I'll keep telling you what other wonderful changes I've had. And in the business, I didn't thought about making this as a business. I had a different business, multi-level as well. But well, this business actually chased me because I started to post organically. I started to post in my stories, in my feed and everything, a lot of testimonials because I was very shocked of all of the testimonials that I'm seeing. So I started posting and posting and posting videos. And what never happened to me in the multi-level, I've been 16 years in that world, and it has never happened to me that instead of looking for people, then people started looking for me. People started searching and looking for me. So that's why I said the business chased after me. And so also I'm, posting every week, every week, every week, and I'm just fascinated. Yeah, those are the things that I love about this opportunity. And this is not any opportunity because it's just not any product. Someone has it, and that's the difference between this business and a different business, or this opportunity or a different opportunity. Thank you so much, and I'll wait for the next one, Maria. Thank you. Thank you. Terly, yeah, you can remove your mute now. Oh, okay. You're muted again. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my leader. How are you? Excellently. God bless with victory. Well, I'm gonna tell you very, very fast because I'm in the battlefield, so I'm having appointments. So I'm just going to tell you very quick, personal situation, and obviously, of what happened between yesterday and today. Personally, that well, my partner did not understand a lot about the patches, and I took him. Well, part of that is his community because it's an American community. So he decided he made up his mind and everything, and he's got a little bit of anxiety problems, and he gained weight. He's a little bit obese, let's call it like that. And so he started using the patches now. He decided to support me because it's great because he finally saw the vision and why I did this phone calls every day. He didn't understand it before. So everything came together, the patches, he came around. So Lord really manifested. He sent me the whole package. And after that, well, you can imagine I had a surgery around 16, 18 years ago. My Achilles tendon was reconstructed. So previous years here in the States, this cold that it's way worse than in our country. I've been working outside and I always say it, and I'm always putting on my social media. I'm grateful whatever God puts me, if it's under the rain or the sun, that's where I am. That's why we're on this race. So the cold started and it started affecting my leg and my leg started to hurt. And I actually stopped carnosine and glutathione. So yesterday I put the carnosine and I started jumping around. I was like, wow, I can't believe it because that foot was hurting like a lot because I have an issue there because they reconstructed the whole thing. That was yesterday. And I heard about from Jake's wife because she didn't sleep very well and I had it yesterday. Well, when I put my X39 right here. And this morning when I'm driving, that when you can't turn your head around, it's horrible. So I just placed the patch there. And then later on, such a blessing. I can move my neck around completely. So definitely, I'm like, if people could know how marvelous these patches are, if they knew, if we could pass the DNA of how great this is, definitely when something heals in you, you do what you have to do. Because I was in Amway, and when I commit to something, I do it. And so I'm in appointments every day, thank God, every day. Because this resonated with me about what I have to do, working and move on. Let's go. And well, whoever wants to hear us, then let's move on with that. And this is like a mission, a passion, a purpose. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Happy afternoon for everyone, and God bless you. Thank you. And say hi to your partner for me, please. Of course. Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. My little God bless you. Likewise. Alma, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Well, actually, I'm very excited. I've talked to a lot of people, but well, hope that I hope they are agreeing to the batch. But I want to tell you about what's happening to me, which is very wonderful because my whole life I've had asthma, and in a very curious way, at the beginning of the month that I've yeah, I wore the patches for a month. In February, my doctor gave me Seretide, which is a powder that I have to inhale so my bronchi get better because they're swollen. So on the second day, I cannot use it a lot because it has cortisone, and the cortisone raises the blood sugar, and I'm also a diabetic. So in a very curious way, my chest stopped making sounds. When I went to see the doctor for her to listen my chest, she said, "It's wonderful. I can't hear anything. And you had such a mess in the bronchi." And I have nothing. And I've been like that ever since. And another thing that happened to me yesterday, the day before yesterday, I had to go on my tiptoes to turn on a switch, and I took a bad position and I crooked my leg, and my small toes cracked very loudly on my right foot. I thought I broke it. I didn't know what happened. And instead of applying an ointment or anything, I put a patch of glutathione in on my pinky toe. And my daughter said, "Let's just go to the X-ray because surely you broke it." I said, "No, I'm going to give the X39. Oh, sorry, no, to the glutathione that I applied, I'm going to give it some time. 2 days, the horrible pain that I had stopped. I thought I broke my toe, but no, it never got swollen and the pain started to go away. Just because I applied the patch that you have on the pain. X39, glutathione carnosine, and everything is gonna get better for you. I'm fascinated with this. Thank you so much. And and I gave a patch to another person. They're not here. They don't listen to me, but they are also feeling it themselves. Yes, I hope so. Yeah, because it's impossible when the person see they see the results and they're like, no, no, you're seeing the result. So we know, Alma, that those people are going to arrive if they want to very soon. Hopefully, hopefully, yes. Thank you for listening. Of course, always, God bless you. Thank you. Okay, Sandy. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? Very good, very happy. I have new testimonials and they're piling up. I've been approximately 8 or 9 weeks, I think more. It's December, January, like 9 weeks using the patches. And besides that, it has helped me with my sleep. I sleep perfectly fine. With the menopause things and lack of energy, excess in tiredness, insomnia, I sleep perfectly. I've told you about that before, but now I have new ones, just like Mireia. Um, and I noticed too that I'm seeing things better. It's just my sight is better. Normally, I read in my iPad, so I've always had to use glasses to read. And a few days I noticed that if I don't wear my glasses, I see the letters just fine. So that's something that I loved, and I'm experiencing something else. I don't know if I shared that before, but my appetite is under control a lot. I've been exposed to a lot of stress lately, and normally let's say that my escape from anxiety was to eat, and not anymore. So I even forget to eat. And also something else, it's the hair. I feel like it's way more moist. Well, I didn't have it. Well, it was not exactly curly hair. My hair has always been curly, and now my curls wouldn't appear. And now I'm seeing that they look better. But also the curly hair is like a little dry naturally, and now it's more hydrated, let's say, more moist. And also another reason why I started using the patches, besides the pain of my dad, which his pain is gone. I had this pain from the nape of my head all the way to my back, my upper back, and it has started to go away little by little, first on the lower back, right here from the shoulder to the back, but this part of the nape of the head, it took a little longer. And what I've noticed is that it's been around 2 weeks that I don't have any pain. So these are things that start to come up with using the patches, and I think that's it for now. That's my report so far of what's happening to me while I use the X39. Oh, that's great. Thanks to you for sharing. Guys, for next week, we need testimonials. It's good that Sandy, Alba, Mireia came along with these testimonials, but this is what we can, after this, we edit this and we share it to you so you can share it with the people who want to look for testimonial or for proof. If we don't have it, it's hard to do it. I know there are thousands and thousands of testimonials out there. Thank you, Sandy. God bless you. All right, so let's move on to Isa. Hello, Carlos. How's everyone? How are you? Good, good here. We're we finished dinner for Madrid. I was talking to this friend that started with the patches, and she had the first week. The healing process was terrible. She was telling me, I'm not gonna wear these patches. This is horrible. And so I started telling her to wear them for less hours, and she started to use them every 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. Now it's been 2 weeks, and now the first healing process of the first few weeks that she had a terrible time, she said that it's only benefits, and now she feels awesome. We were seeing that she had this buzzing sound in her ear, and it's gone now, and she was not aware of that. And we've noticed that because yesterday, this person from Guatemala was here. She picked up the patches in Miami, and her mom, 2 days after wearing them, the numbness on her hands went away, and I started thinking that I also used to get a numbing sensation, a tingling sensation in my hands because during this process you get this tingling, and that went away and I didn't even notice. And also a little bit of the buzzing in my ear that sometimes it would happen, but the patch is so great that things are happening, but we just don't notice them. I've been a healthy person, thank God, but of course I notice my hair, my skin is better. I had a little bit issue with rheuma things, especially with the cold in Spain. When you notice the pain in wintertime, the pain went away. And also my swallowing decreased, which is what makes me happier. My son says that my hands look younger. And of course, you start giving testimonials of things that you didn't even notice. And the energy is great. And I was a professional. I used to have competitions. I feel like I'm 15 years old. I don't get tired. And so it's good that that's a little bit of the testimonial of these days, that it's been a little bit mixed. And you don't need much more energy. I used to do Screama, skater, and swimming on the same day. And of course, I've had a lot of energy all the time. I recognize that. And energy is life for me. But I noticed it because, well, I'm 51 years old, and there are things of pre-menopause. It just makes you feel down, and it makes you feel there are days in which you don't want to get out of bed, you just want it to be there, don't want to do anything. This happened to me, and this is just a miracle. My son is 11 years old, and he's like, Mom, it's just sometimes you look like you're my age. And we go hiking. I love hiking, and obviously I started doing it again, and to be able to keep pace because kids sometimes you cannot keep up with them. But thanks to the patch, I am doing it. That's great. That's great, Isa. Thank you for sharing. Thanks to you. Okay, let's do one more. Rocio, how are you? Good, and you? Very good, thank you. Excellent. Well, now that Sandy mentioned the situation about my site, I didn't want to talk about that because you feel like you're not sure. But obviously, since I'm 40 years old, I have to wear glasses to see up close. And lately, I've noticed that, especially during the convention, that I was able to write down, I was able to take notes without my glasses. I told my husband this, and it's like, you don't notice that I've been wearing my glasses. I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm writing. So sometimes you're like, no, no, so many things. Suddenly, this is not happening. But then when Sandy mentioned it, I was like, no, it's also happening to me. Yeah. So I just wanted to let you know. These are things that, as we mentioned, thank you. We don't know about things that can happen with this patch. So all of us are going to have different testimonials, but that is the good thing of stem cells, that the stem cells start to go to where the body needs repair, to where the body needs something to be fixed, like a mechanic, like small little mechanics that go there and start fixing whatever is damaged in our body. And that's why we have so many testimonials that are completely different. And that is the magic of this product. And today, well, I can tell about one. I can talk to you about one. I've told about this, but my wife today she had a very bad neck pain, and she was in school. Um, in the school, the snow, the car got stuck, and because I've learned today that a very low Mercedes in the snow is not very good, her Mercedes got stuck in the school. It was crazy, but she had a headache and very bad neck pain, and I said, "Babe, why have you not listened to me? Just use this combination." This combination, for me, it's been like one of the most powerful ones. I think that it lasted like 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, and she didn't have a headache anymore. Not even headache or neck pain. I'm not talking about headache. I'm not talking about a headache that you cannot deal with because starts here. And w with the ion works a lot with the nerves. And so it works with those together. And those two together, for me, it's like my favorite combination. That if that's why I always use this combination, because if someone that I know, and I want you to be attentive to these people. Alba, any friend of you that has a headache, come here. Let me just apply this patch. I put it on her right here, up here. You don't have to have a tattoo to do it, but in here, it's where I put it to her, and that's where I put it. Less than 2 minutes, she was as good as new. So this combination for me, it's been so imagine that you can have this combination always with you. So the person is going to have immediate relief. Like if you're at the pharmacy and you see someone buying Tylenol, Advil, ask them, "Hey, I'm sorry that I'm being nosy, but I see that you're buying Tylenol. Do you have a headache?" "Yeah, I have." "Okay, would you be open for me to help you to remove that or to stop that without taking a pill?" Look, you prove it, try it. It's completely natural, and that's it. And the person is starting to know that Tylenol, Advil are not very good for kidneys, liver. So imagine that we can stop that from someone. So that is something very, very good. Let's finish up with you. I mean, I mean, I haven't seen your combination. I can't see very well. The Eon, the Ion and the X39. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, those are the ones that I'm wearing. Yeah, the Ion at night. All right. Hello, good night. Good night. How are you? Good. How are you, Carlos? Good night, everyone. Very good, very good. Well, I wanted to tell you that like 3 months ago, I gave my testimonials that my blood work were much better, and I saw numbers that I've never seen before. And I got them again. I got them 2 weeks ago, and the doctor was impressed of how the numbers are way better than 4 months ago. Triglycerides under 100, I was completely impressed because I've never had triglycerides less than 100 and cholesterol and everything. All of the numbers were completely fine, and thank God. And another testimonial that I had a lump right here in my head since like 3 years ago. And I've seen many doctors because I used to tell the doctors that lump, it's not mine. Why do I have to live with it? I don't like it, and it would itch a lot. And the last doctor I saw was a neurologist, and he said that the solution was only surgery. because this wasn't going to go away with pills or cream or anything. And I was like, okay, but I'm not going to have a surgery for something that is shown in the MRI. And they were telling me that it was just a lump that didn't matter. And I was like, but yeah, it matters because it's not mine. So, but maybe like around like 3 weeks ago, I touched this area and I'm like, this is not itchy anymore. And I started to touch and it's gone. The lump is gone. So I'm really happy. After 3 years, bravo. And I'm really happy. And the only thing that I've been using X39, I haven't used in great testimony. 3 years with something, and you start using something so simple, simple for us, of course, because we know about it, but not for people or for people who don't know about this. It's like, oh my God, this is crazy, right? How can this be possible? Um, and well, it is like this. Yeah, and stop worrying about it because you have something strange there and you're not thinking straight. You're always thinking the wrong way. Even if the doctors say, no, it's nothing bad. It's be calm about it. If you want to remove it, have a surgery. I'm not going to have a surgery on my skull just to remove a little thing, not with surgery, no. And well, but thank God I love my X39 and thanks to Rochelle because you have to go and see that doctor and say, look, save the surgery that you mentioned and you give him a patch. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you. Good night. All right. So, Cherry, I'm going to show you. Um, Stop driving for a moment so you can see where I apply it. Let me just take this off because it's hot. Well, it's cold, but it's still hot. So the iron, I put it on this muscle up here. This is where I put it, right here. Can be a little bit lower. Here it's where I put it. And the X39, remember, everyone, you can wear it anywhere, really. It doesn't, not exactly right there. It doesn't matter where you put the X39 on. It doesn't have to be under the belly button or behind your neck, or it doesn't really matter where you put it. Obviously, for the clinical trials, to be able to have clinical trials, everything has to be the same. You cannot say, okay, in this one we put it here or there. It has to be all of them the same so to be able to have the same results and be able to see them. But any body part, just like Alma put it on her toe, you can put it on your neck or the knees, whatever you want. So there are no any and patches, the X39 one. And the other ones, you can put anything you want. You can put 4, 5, 6 patches of the other ones at the same time. Doesn't really matter. X39, just one. But glutathione is during the day, and I put it here. Glutathione exposes the metals, so it's very good. But I put that one on the day. Okay, let's go on to the questions. Who has a question, a doubt? Who doesn't understand that it's a little bit possibly offended, anyone that needs a little bit of clarification. It can be any doubt, any question that you might have. Please raise your hands so we can open your mic because that's why we're here to remove those doubts that you have because I know that in the other trainings it's hard to get to the questions, but that's why I want to see what questions you have. Okay, let's go to Anna. Hello, hello, Anna. Hello, how's everyone? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I don't have just one question. I have many, many questions, but out of the most important ones, Carlos and people who are here today. First, I'm completely new in this business. I've been here for 2 months trying my patches. I'll tell you about that later. But yes, effectively, actually, what Alma was saying and many of us were saying, the hair, the testimonials are very, very evident. And but people still, I'm new in this, and I started posting in social media, and I've made lives, and I've never done that before because I was feeling like panicking and total terror. So I've started doing it because it really has worked in me, but people still, my friends, my closest friends, even my family, are completely acceptable. I don't know. It came to a point in which they asked me, well, in my country, I'm from Colombia, they're telling me, Jimena, what is that? What is that? What even is that? Okay, I do the explanation. I reach out to them. I explain it to them. Look, this is it, and this is such and that, and it's done for me. Okay, send us the information. I send the information, and that's it. I mean, I haven't sold even the first one. I don't know how to break that barrier of saying, okay, well, start believing. Okay, how long have you been? Okay, you said 2 months, right? Yes, completely new. And I have zero, I'm commercial. I've been commercial all my life, but not in this kind of sales. So for me, it's also something that I don't even understand yet. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. And I know you're going to get tired of listening to this because you've heard this many, many times. My um wife has this class in a school. We're talking about how to manage when we are pastors and we have to talk to someone that has a big problem, a strong problem, and they're in drugs, or they were unfaithful, or they were unfaithful, their partners were unfaithful, and we'd have to talk to them. And today, he said, and it's the same thing that I said. I looked at my wife and I said, see, in us, we have to ask and be quiet about it. Until we understand that, your business is going to be stuck. Until we really understand that and we start doing that, this is going to become very, very hard. Why? Because no one is going to buy because because you tell them that it's a good thing. They're going to buy it when they think it's good, or they say that this is going to solve their pain, or they say that this could solve their problem financially. The only way in which they are going to do it is is if I ask them questions that leads them to see that they need this product to get better off, to get a relief from their headache or diabetes or anything. But the only way, if I get up to people and they're like, hey, look at this thing, it helped me to do this thing and it's going to remove this from you. I am, I don't know if I should say imposing, but I'm telling them what they have to feel, what they're going to feel. Now, if I reverse that and they start asking me questions, or they start answering the questions, then they start answering to themselves. The best salesman that exists is the person that you're talking to. They can sell the product themselves. It's really hard to for you to sell it to them. People think that because we're in this and we're selling this, I have to sell. No, no, no. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everyone. Just you have to be quiet because when we talk a lot, we open a gap. And then we want to get out of there and the person is off. And because we've talked so much, there are people that start like, no, because the product, this and this and that, and does this and does that, and you blah, 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 those, all of these things. And we've never found out if the person has pain or if they need more money. If there is not an interest, That's how we are. I'm interested in what is going to help me and the pain that is going to stop for me. I'm not interested in the things that made better for you. I want to know how this is going to help me. So if the conversation is on the other side, for example, from you to that person, it's focused on you, not in them, right? So one of the things that I always tell to every one of you, as I say to you all, you have to talk to the person for them to really see, and I hope you're doing this, that they really know that you're interested in their well-being, that you're interested in that they make this money. How am I going to do that? By asking them. By asking them. Your conversation has to be as if you were a mute person. And how does that pain make you feel? That's it. That's all you're going to say. You see what I'm saying? So, what pain do you have? And how have you felt with this pain when you take your children to the park? That surgery made you be in bed all the time. How do you feel when you cannot do anything that you used to do? Now there's pain in that person because now they're remembering of things that they cannot do. And now I'm here with the solution. So so that they can do those things. But if she doesn't see, if that person, many people forget about the pain, it's my job with the questions that I ask to highlight and make that person to remember how is their life with the pain or with the money that they don't have or with those things that she's lacking. My job is doing that to be able to help that person. I'm never trying to sell. I'm trying to help you. And my job is I want to help you so you open up so you can see that you need this help. If I don't do that, then I'm not doing a good service. Because if you cannot see it and it's my job for you to see it, then you're gonna say no. And if you say no, then we already know that you're going to keep feeling bad. You're not gonna have the income that you need. So it's my job with those questions constantly to go on and go on until that person can understand that they need this. And obviously, out of the questions, then we move on to what we have to help them out. And we cannot go into all of the details. Sometimes we want to make like a whole business presentation. And no, look, I have some things here that can stop all of that pain for you naturally. What is it? It's a patch that you apply like a little band-aid. You activate your stem cells and it can generate all of those things so that you can pain can go away. That's it. Nothing more. As just as the people that we were in Destin when we talked, it's as simple as that. When we started to make things complicated and as Mike was saying, when we were in the plane and it was like verbal diarrhea and he wouldn't close the business to anyone because we never let anyone talk. And people they just stop. You know something? Everyone wants to be listened. Everyone wants to talk. So what's my job? I have to open the door for you. You say everything that you want to tell me. I want you to talk. Because with all of that information that I'm going to give you about the pain and all of that, it's something that I'm going to use to show this product to you. Okay, of course. Thank you. I hope that I helped. Yes, a lot. Actually, in the last two or three contexts when the people reach out to me, that's what I've done. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me what caught your attention. Why did you reach out to me? Why did my video or my post or anything caught your eye? So they start talking about it, and I'm like, okay. And now what they say, I start telling them about it. But yeah, I'm trying to, yes, I'm, yes, everyone here in this call, we have 152 people in this call. I guarantee you that every week you change that, you're going to start making business. You don't have to say anything. Um, Give me the patch. Give me the patch. How much is it? It doesn't matter. It's not about the price because if you did a good enough job at the beginning to eliminate that objection, what price is at half so that I don't get a surgery in my head? What's the cost? What's the price, right? So if I can talk about that at the beginning correctly, that objection of the price, it's not going to happen. When there's an objection, I'm creating a massive course of this, but I'm gonna take around 6 months to release it. But if you get to an impasse or even the price is too expensive, it's that at the beginning you didn't do your job with the questions so they can see the value that it has. And these the interest is going to be raising, and they're going to end up saying that they need him because we're going to eliminate the objections. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Okay, I want to share with you. I just got into the company last Friday. I received the patches today at home, and I'm very excited to start using them. And well, I have a brother-in-law that has this chronic arthritis, is very bad. I offer them to him. He has not accepted them, but maybe I didn't do that process of transmitting the value. So I'm learning. Thank you so much for the advice. And I would like to ask very quick, now that we're talking about questions, if someone has any experience with allergies. Yes, we have testimonials of that everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. I know that in the testimonial channels, we have a little bit of everything. So, um, you're in the testimonials channels and all of that? Yes. I mean, it's so many information. I'm becoming familiarized with that. I already have the information to reach out. So I really appreciate your time. And yep, anything you need, we're here for you. I have this question. I'm starting at this business. I started on January the 26th. That's when I enrolled. I been in this kind of business before, but at some point in life, I was very disappointed and I said I was not gonna come back to this kind of business ever again. So I started with the group of Juan Carlos Cardoño for through the intermittent fasting, and since the beginning, since I started with this business, I didn't want to listen. My ears were completely closed. And so 2 months went by, and it turns out that one of my husband's best friend passed away, and he was very sad. I was thinking about helping him, and I decided to request the patches. They took like 8 days to arrive. When I put the patch on my husband, I saw him really relaxed, watching the TV, like thinking about something, but completely relaxed. So I can't hear you. Sorry. I received a call. So they were ma marvelous for them. So, it was like, how much is that? And I'm like, honey, don't worry, I'm going to pay them for you. Um, and on the third day he asked again, and I'm like, okay, so how much is a beer, or how much is an alcoholic beverage that you buy at the store? It's like around $3. And I'm like, okay, um, you think that for 3.5, $3.50, you think? Don't worry about this. Well, your health is done. Is good with this. He was like, okay, thank you, honey. So I'm like, I just have a doubt. I wanted to invite my sister because my sister did these kind of multi-level situations, but I haven't, because she has a liver transplant and I see that she cannot use the X39. But my question is, could she use any of the other patches or none of them? Yes, yes, of course. Yes, she can use the other ones. And also, we have people that have had organ transplant and they use the X39. They use them, but obviously they're monitoring their levels and they do blood tests every 6 months, every 3 months, whatever is due, but they use them. So, for legal situations and test situations, that's what had to be established. Okay, I understand. That's a decision. It's like kids and pregnant women, right? They have to do tests. They cannot do trials on pregnant women or children. We have many pregnant women doing it, many kids using them. It's a personal decision. Yeah, okay. And as I tell people, there is a certain percentile of group of people that possibly don't see a a physical sign of the X39, but that doesn't mean that it's not working inside of your body. A percentile of 3%. If you fell on that 3% because you didn't see something in you, are you going to stop helping people? No, not really. No, really, no. Yeah, I know. The other day, this person texted me and was like, yeah, I wore it for 3 months and it didn't do anything on me. Well, I don't know why million of people, yes. I mean, if it didn't work, then we wouldn't be having this million testimonials. So about what you can share to these people is because you're helping them, right? All right. Well, thank you, Magda. Okay, thank you so much. And let's register your sister. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. All right, guys, I have to leave for the training for the Airbnb that I have in 4 minutes. All right, guys. So remember to be attentive. We are going to people who are in Destin, and I think we're putting it there. Just be attentive because we're going to give you the instruction for the 90 days challenge in which Jay talked. All of those things are going to be shown. If you're not in the chats anymore, then they're going to be there between today and tomorrow. This is about how to increase your business, how the things that we have to do every day. Of course, we're going to explain how everything is so that they can create something. Someone says the X39 can be used at night. I don't recommend it because it gives you a lot of energy. I fell asleep with it, but I didn't sleep very well. Sometimes I did. There are things that I don't recommend you to do. The challenge is in English and in Spanish, but it's not a virtual challenge. You're going to be doing it and then we're going to be monitoring and all of that. So you're going to have all of the papers, you're going to put all of the information. It's going to be super cool for everyone. Okay, everyone, God bless you and see you. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to all of your questions, but next week, my wife, I think she's going to do it, and we can continue with all of the questions. I'll talk to her, so Possibly she does 1 hour of questions and answers. So have a good day, all of you. Bye.